Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T from Highway Hustle back with another video, y'all. In today's video, we are going to be talking about none other than Amazon Relay, y'all. Okay. If you're new here, please make sure you smash that subscribe button below. Leave me a like. Do comment and engage because I do talk back to you, okay? And I answer every single comment literally, okay? So, for the returning members and subscribers, welcome back, family. Welcome back, y'all. I don't know what that is, so we're just gonna leave that because I don't know what's coming up on that thing. But anywho, so let's talk about the things that Amazon Relay doesn't tell you, right? So let's get into it. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen. Not trying to share that. Nope, that's the camera, y'all. I gotta figure out how to work this on this iPad. Uh, hmm. Oh, here it is. That's the big old. No, we don't want to. We don't want to leave. Give me a second, y'all. It should be a share button, even though it's on the iPad. Interesting. Hmm. That's real interesting, y'all. Let me see if I can figure this out. That's the camera. No, we're not trying to change the camera. We're trying to figure out. Let's see. What is this one? Nope, not that one. Hey, Miss D. Hey, girl. StreamYard giving me a run for my money over here on this iPad. Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know how to share it over here, so I can just bring it up on my phone. So the things Amazon doesn't tell you is, for instance, your scorecard. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to share this because let's see if I can Google it on my phone real quick. Cause I need y'all to see this. Let's see how to screen share on iPad in StreamYard. See, maybe this will help us out. Cause I need y'all to see this shenanigans. It says, okay, here we go. We're gonna get it started, y'all. Trying to wait on some folks to come in too. Hmm. Oh, okay. So it looks like I might have to. I don't know what StreamYard though, but we're gonna try it. It say take my charging port to each thing because I need y'all to see this. Hey y'all, girl, that ain't the right one. That ain't gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna just have to show y'all on my phone and pray that y'all can see it. So the first things that I was telling y'all about beforehand was the yeah, that don't work. Was the scorecard. So I managed to get the scorecard back up to a perfect score. But honey, let me tell y'all, tip thing number one, they don't tell you. So when I got sick one night and had to go to the hospital, um, they hit my scorecard. So right now it's sitting at like a 92.3. Now I had 100 all the way across the board, meaning I had a perfect score. So if you click on the on time rate, so if I go right here, which shows the on time rate, and I click on view details, go down to it, you'll see right here it says 2 carrier control delays to the origin. Well, first of all, I can't control a fatal accident and the whole interstate shut down. Okay. I can't control that. So, and as you see, I put traffic. Okay. So if I click on it, because I want to see which one. So this right here is the accident, right? So I'm going to hit view dispute because I put in a dispute for it. And this is what it looks like in the dispute thingy. So I'm telling them basically the whole interstate was shut down, and basically they said that's carrier controlled. How can I control um somebody being in a fatal accident? This was the first time. Now I'm waiting at the guard shack. If you can see those notes, I'm waiting at the guard shack to be let in, and they still hit my scorecard, y'all. So Amazon, they don't care about you being sick. They don't care about the whole interstate being shut down. All they care about is you moving that load on time, and you showing up to and from all your destinations on time, right? They don't care if you got to stop and go to the bathroom. Amazon don't care about none of that, right? So then they went to this contract thing. So contracts it's always been a thing, but they're forcing it on you, so to speak, right? Well, no, not so to speak. It is what it is. So, so long story short, then my scorecard, it just kept dropping. I'm like, why is it dropping? So even when I wasn't taking loads, y'all, they still penalize you. So those of y'all that are thinking that traffic helps you not be penalized by Amazon, that is not the case. If you are sick, even with your hospital documentation, they don't care. So let me tell y'all what they said. Let me show y'all this email. Where is it? So let's see if I can make this come up. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, so here, this is the whole interstate shut down, y'all. We're at a standstill. So I sent them the picture with my claim, right? Or with my dispute. So the lady sent me back, and it took them 3 days. I had to keep emailing. So the lady sent me the email, and it says, "Thank you for reaching out regarding your carrier performance. Traffic delays are considered carrier controllable, as drivers should plan for traffic conditions before departure. While we understand unexpected situations can occur, our performance standards already account for occasional delays. Your score will remain unchanged. Perhaps you might would want to leave just a little bit earlier." Y'all, mind y'all, I stay an hour and a half away. I already left way before time, and plenty enough time to get there on time. So I guess you're just supposed to know that the interstate's going to be shut down. So I guess you got to stay up all night. Then I'm going to try to find the other one where I was sick, because they basically said the same thing. Me being sick and having to go to the hospital is carrier control. So I woke up sick. I can control waking up sick, y'all. Let me see. I think I forgot how Yahoo does. I think it deletes after a while. Let me see if I can get it out the trash. Cause y'all gotta know, if you're going to do Amazon, this is what I want y'all to know, to be prepared for. I don't want you to go in here thinking that that it's all peaches and cream, because it's not. It's definitely not. So yeah, this must be the one from where, let's see, is this the one from when I was sick? Yep. So all the communication doesn't work. So this is the dispute that I filed when I was sick. And I even filed, let me pull it up. I even filed the the paperwork showing, whoops, come on, no. Trying to get it to come up. Whoops, there we go. If I can get it to come back right here. It's loading, y'all. Hey, y'all. So here's the documentation that I uploaded showing them that I was at the hospital, right? So let me tell you what this person responds back and says. She says no immediate attention is required on your VRID, which all that state basically is for the truck that you're on. We understand that medical emergencies or getting sick can occur. However, that is carrier controllable and your score will remain unchanged. So I say all that to say, I get questions on this channel all the time about should you do relay. Should you do relay is going to be something that you're going to have to think about on your own, outside of the money, right? Outside of the money, you're going to have to put, because you being sick, they don't care. Traffic, they don't care. You can have a flat tire and they're not going to care. They're going to say you should have checked your truck prior to leaving. Mind you, you could have done your pre-trip and everything was fine, but the tire could have blown, in transit, right? That's nothing they're going to care about. So to answer that person's question, that's going to be something you're going to have to think about for yourself. I can't answer that for you. The other question was, do I think it makes sense to go out and purchase, I think it was something like 4 trucks. Okay. Can't remember the number verbatim. However, if you have that kind of coin and it's not going to tie you up in debt, meaning you can go out and purchase these 4 trucks, cash money, right? Cash money, meaning you got the title clear in hand and you don't owe nobody. If you have the people to put in those trucks and you have reliable people that's going to show up, that's going to, be on time and do the job correct, then by all means, go for it. But here's what you have to also understand, having multiple trucks. DOT, so if your driver, they fail part of an inspection, right? You're going to have to pay that fee for your driver so that it doesn't come back on you as a company, because they're not looking at the driver. Whatever they cite the driver for, it's going to stick with the driver. But however, the driver's going to get charged and you're also going to get charged. So make sure you're putting people in there that you can count on. As far as showing up and showing up on time, you want to make sure that the people you are putting in there, sorry y'all, something in my eye. The people that you're putting in there is not going to cause your scorecard to fall. If you reach a certain point on your scorecard, you are being deactivated. No questions asked. They don't care. Okay. So those are things that you have to think about, right? Now, somebody said, how long has, I'm just looking at the questions, I wrote them down on my phone, y'all. Somebody asked the question on one of my videos, how long have you been doing Amazon Relay and how much money have you made? Okay, so let's talk about it, Linda. Let's talk about it. I have been doing Relay since, let's see, I think I've been doing Relay since the couple days in June, right? So maybe the second week in June, or June 1st through the 7th was the first week, but I only worked like 2 days in that week, right? So we still started those 2 days, so we're gonna count that. So June, July, August, and we're going into September. So September will make the fourth month, right? As far as the money, the only thing I can agree with Amazon on is going to be your contract periods that you work contracts, because contracts have higher accessories and fuel charges that they pay out. They don't pay out very much accessories and fuel charges on things that come off the load board, right? So, in the grand scheme of things, in 3 months, because you can't really count September, because September is just now upon us, right? So, looking at the grand scheme of things, this is how much has been made in 3 months. Okay? In 3 months. I will say, and that's running one truck. Okay? One truck. The more trucks you have with the more reliable people, the more money you can make a week, right? So that part, you can make the money. You just have to have the reliable equipment, the reliable people, and pick the proper contracts, right? Only thing with contracts is, I know that they were talking about they were going to disclose where you were going to go. It hasn't happened yet, okay? It hasn't happened yet, even with all of the commotion where they're forcing the contracts on you, right? It hasn't happened. So be prepared that if you get a contract, various places from the South, what is it? The Pacific, what do they call this region? Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right, because I like to give you the facts and not what I think. So this region is called okay, so for this region, it says it's the Pacific East. That don't make sense. Let's see what Vern said it's actually called, because that person I don't think they know what they're talking about. So let me what are we doing here? Let's see. Mid-Atlantic. Okay. This is called the Mid-Atlantic region. Okay. So there are regions, or the Atlantic region, sorry, not Mid-Atlantic region, just the Atlantic region. And just for clarification, it's right here. Okay. So depending on the region you work in, you have certain MPM, and that's middle mile performance managers, right? And you send an email to this basic email here, and somebody may or may not get back to you. That's just that. So that's something else you have to deal with Amazon, right? The other big thing you have to deal with is the personnel at the post office. Okay? The post office personnel, and no disrespect to any postal person that may run across this video, but I'm setting the tone and giving the facts for the people who are asking. And pardon my language for what I'm about to say, but some of the people that work at the post office, there are pure assholes. And I mean that with the utmost respect. So let's take, for instance, let's back up a step. When my husband was actually going with me to do the loads, he would take them in because they were asked, right? There's nothing that says you have to take them in. In fact, when you do the Amazon training, it tells you you are not a federal postal worker. Do not take them in. Let them get them from the dock. Okay. So, in spite of, because they were women, he would take them in so they didn't have to struggle with these big old boxes, right? And y'all will see that I vlogged this morning. I just have to upload that so you will see. But moving forward, so last week I gave everybody notice. Going forward, my company will no longer be pushing these pallets in for you guys. You'll have to get them from the dock. So lo and behold, I go to a post office this morning in Lawrenceville, and it's an older lady. And my husband's always said he thought she was kind of evil, and I'm like, nah, she's not evil. But baby, her true colors came out today. So the dock that you use to go up and down to unload and load the pallets, it was broken. So she tells me, and always remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay. So she said, you're going to have to go around that building, and you're going to have to back up, and you're going to have to use your lift gate, and you're going to bring them in. First of all, who are you talking to? So I had to give her a attitude adjustment. First of all, don't let my height fool you. Okay. So I told her a few choice words, and I won't repeat what I said on here because baby, it was god awful. Okay. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. She could have just said, after I realized that the dock was broke, well, honey, the dock is broke. You can go over this side, and we can and try and use your ramp, your lift gate, and just offload it there. She didn't say it like that. She said it just how I explained it to you guys in the first place. So then I go to a second one over here in the Cula. So mind you, yesterday I had a pallet. Amazon, yes, y'all, this is another thing Amazon don't tell you. None of the workers in there pay attention during training, and they don't know how to palletize the pallet. They will tell you that the pallets are not built there. That is a hot lie. I used to work at an Amazon plant myself. The pallets are built there. They just don't know how to build. They don't pay attention in training, so they don't know how to build them correctly. So anyway, the pallet fell over. They never brought me anything out yesterday, so it was there. So the postmaster, he comes out this morning with his attitude. How many you got? I said, y'all know ahead of time how many we have. So how many ever you read on that paper is how many I got. So anywho, he's standing out there. Y'all, something is in my eye. So anywho, he's standing out there, but he's got an attitude the whole time. So I told him, I said, well, this pallet right here, it's already leaning. It was leaning when I left the plant. I tried to push it over. I'm going to push it over before bringing it out just to try to help to make sure it doesn't fall. But it's still a chance that he may fall. He said, well, that's going to be a problem. I said, well, I don't know who the problem is with because I don't build pallets. I don't work for Amazon, and I don't work for the post office. So if it falls, you're going to need somebody to come out here and pick it up because that's your job. He says, my job is being the postmaster. I have employees. Well, I don't care who picks it up. Just know if it falls, I'm not picking it up because that's not my job. Once it's on your dock, it's your problem. Okay. So sometimes you're going to have to read the personnel and let them know where you're coming from, because if you don't, they will continue to be rude. They'll continue to run over you. They already don't speak. They're mad with you because you're bringing the packages to them and they're not realizing that you don't work for Amazon. So how the pallets are built, and if they're falling over, that is on Amazon, not you. You don't work for Amazon. You don't work for the post office. And the faster they understand that concept, and it's not that they don't understand that concept, because Amazon Relay has been around for a number of years, right? It's not new. So they understand the concept. They just don't want to let that money go. They're getting paid 30 cents per package to deliver the millions and millions and millions of packages that they deliver across our country. Okay. So you don't have to put up with their crap because they're having a bad day or they just don't want to deal with Amazon packages. That's not your problem to accept their bull crap. So if you can handle the stress of Amazon Relay, then Amazon Relay might be for you. My grandma always told me don't take any wood nickels, and I don't take any wood nickels. So if you can do that, have thick skin, learn to ignore people, and you got the money to go out there, pay that major insurance per vehicle and buy it out cash right, yes. If you're going to finance the vehicles, no. And here's why. The financing is so high, right? Even with good credit, because it's a commercial vehicle, is going to be high. So again, my answer to your question, if you can buy them out cash money, and you get the title in hand, and you got reliable people, then go for it. If you can handle the stress of Amazon Relay, then go for it. If you're looking to get rich overnight, Amazon Relay is not for you. Okay. Not on a contract week. You can hit $2,000. You can hit $2,000+ without doing a contract. However, it's coming to the point where contracts is what you're gonna have. You're gonna have that like the SWA type stuff, which it'll have you out for hours on end, and you have to wait in between for your load. So um that's the answers I have to those questions. Any other questions that I get? Well, I did see a few more. I just thought they were kind of self-explanatory, so I won't get into those. um oh, the other question is, how much is insurance? Okay. Insurance depends on your driving record, and this is coming from me being a insurance adjuster, so I can't tell you like a specific number. I can just tell you that insurance, everybody's name goes into a pool by the county, by the state that they're in, your driving record, and then it kind of goes based off of that. Outside of that, I can just tell you that mine is roughly about $2,300 a month. Okay. And that doesn't include personal insurance. That's just commercial. Okay. Because you must carry $2 million aggregate, $100,000 per occurrence on the cargo. You need $1 million on your vehicle. You don't have to carry full coverage. That part's up to you, but you must have general liability. If you have employees, you must have with Amazon, you must have the workers' comp insurance. That's another bill. Okay. But if it goes in a bundle with the rest of your insurance, it won't be that bad, right? So I think when I got mine, it only increased it about $17 or $18. Wasn't bad. Okay. So those are the things that Amazon Relay don't tell you. If you can deal with those things, then Amazon is a great fit for you. All of these loads, nope, let me don't say all of these loads, because if you see anything that says SWA, that is called a swallow. Let me see if I can find one really quick on the Relay load board for you guys to show you the difference, because it is a major difference. If you see something that says like 0012, anytime up into the wee hours of the morning. So let's see, right here. Okay. So if you look closely right here, it says SWA_US Shopple. Okay. These are the loads that will have you waiting in between your time. So you may arrive, the load may be ready, and you may be loaded. However, Amazon is not going to let you check out of that facility, right, early. Okay. And that's another thing. You'll have to sit. So if you get, or if you arrive to the stop early and the load is not ready, and just say, you get there at 2:30, but your departure time isn't let's say 3:45. Sometimes these people, as well as the Amazon workers, if the load is not ready, you'll have to sit until the load is ready. Okay. And sometimes they'll do that on purpose. Now, if you're supposed to leave at 3:45 and that load is still not ready, you need to be calling in so that you can get paid a cancellation fee, because there's no way you should sit around in the load or come and the load is not ready. So Amazon will pay you up to $175 cancellation fee on a regular load, or if you get there and somebody's already picked up the load, things of that nature, you can get paid a cancellation fee. So this one starts at 1,800. That is in the nighttime. So that is another clear indication that that's one of these types of loads. However, if you see something like Okay, so right here, this Charlotte to Jefferson load, it says 0012 and it ends at 5:0536 a.m. Okay, that lets you know that that is indeed a postal load, because most of your postal loads you're going to have to get up in the wee hours of the morning to deliver them so that the post office can get them out to us, the consumers or the buyers, right? For their product for that particular day. So if you like to get up early, Amazon has something for you. If you like to go out a little later during the day and you can tolerate maybe having to sit 2-3 hours in between because that's how the load is scheduled, or the load may not be ready, then Amazon could possibly be for you. So I hope this video has answered the questions that you guys have. In the description box below, yeah, I think it's still up there in the description box below, I have left two of my other channels. If you guys want more content, want to continue to follow me as well, please go and smash that subscribe button. I also left my husband's channel. It's called At Frenchies and Me. Please make sure you go and check his content out as well. His channel is brand new, so go and show him some love, boost him up, give him, hype him up. You know what that song say? Hype me up. Okay, go and hype him up, and help him get some subscribers, y'all. So until next time, peace, be blessed. Y'all stay safe out here in these highway streets. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later. One God, one love. Peace. Bye, guys. And for those of you that are over here and you follow me on my crafting channel, get ready, because we are about to hop over there and we're going to have some fun. Also, Highway Hustle, once I upload the video from last night, well, I need to edit it before I upload it. And then I will get that video up for you guys too. And to the person who left the video about me being transparent on Amazon Relay, that's the only thing I know how to be when it comes to people who want to do Amazon Relay. I'm not gonna get on here like some of these content creators and butter you up and tell you it's all glamorous, because it's not. But I'm putting the content out there to give you the information that you need to make a conscious decision. Okay. So on that note, peace. See y'all on Tea So Crafty.